What are you doing
We'll
here?
find out. Changing leaf springs. Smith my truck may be possibly right.
Why are you changing leaf springs?
They sat too far back and they were not correct. They were probably 78 leaf springs, not 99 to 04.
So this is one of the problems with his truck. You can see the big ass gap in the spring all the way through.
Whoops. So I need a 3.5 inch wide spring.
Yeah.
Here, let me see. So this is supposed to be set up for a square body. That's what this cross member is set up for. So if you turn the cross member, it should fit 99 to 04 Super Duty leaf springs.
Yeah, we're about to find out if it does, aren't we?
For sure. I don't think it's gonna work.
No.
Why don't you show them what you got going on?
I don't want
Coach
to.
bucket for a Trans Am.
Yeah. I know. So this thing runs now. I don't know how much he's shown of this truck or not.
Not
But,
very much. I think the last thing was the video of it with its front hook and bed.
Oh. Well, this has come a long way. It runs, it drives. Yes, we do not have front shocks on it yet. We're going to have to build some mounts. We're trying to get the leaf spring thing figured out first. That way we can go from there. So he ordered a set of, what are these, 6-inch lift?
2-inch.
Oh, 2-inch lift.
We talked about this. Was I supposed to
Oh,
order
no,
6?
no, not 6. Because it'll lift it a ton with the straight
Yeah.
axle swap. Yeah,
So this
no.
is, it's getting 2-inch up front, 4-inch in the rear, and 6-inch shocks.
2-inch up front, 4-inch in the rear?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
And it's still gonna have the rear block.
Because we'll keep the block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, it eliminates the block and sit how it sits right now.
Yeah. But we'll put the block back in it.
Which, in all honesty, I probably only need 2-inch leaf for the rear
2-inch leaf lift.
and the rear.
Yeah. Hopefully you can find it.
Am I supposed to get 4?
No. Well, you could do 4.
Hang on a second. What am I supposed to be doing? 2-inch or 4-inch? You have me so confused.
I don't know. How about we lift the front of this first,
And then figure.
and then we can measure the back.
Okay, that works.
Because I don't know what we're doing either.
Jesus.
This is the
We
problem.
had a whole conversation over this, and we were talking about 4 and 6 in the rear, and then 2 and 4, and then 2 and 2, and now we're talking about 2 and 2.
Yeah. Wow.
This is really confusing.
Probably 2 and 4, but we'll measure it.
I really don't want it to sit like this.
Yeah, I don't want to either.
So those are supposedly for. Everyone was saying in the reviews those are more like 3.5.
Okay, well, we'll definitely measure
marked as
before
pro
you
comp, too.
order rear leaves.
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah, we'll get it figured
And
out.
I'll probably go with a set of Pro Comp 6-inch because they're cheap and hopefully nice.
Okay,
Probably better than Red Country.
okay.
Why don't you show up your turd bucket?
I figured we'd watch you work for a little bit.
That's unfair.
It's
I'm
also
going to get a tripod.
it's also a rare sight.
This truck's about to fall off here. It's a rare sight.
This truck's about to flip over.
I don't doubt it.
I told you to take the wheel off.
I'm not taking my wheels off.
He should take the
But the thing's about to burn to the ground. I don't want to take the wheels off because I have adapters on it and I like these wheels.
So I'll show you guys what we have going on here. Tale of bad decisions. Let's start with the other one because it'll make a little bit more sense. So what we have here, this one 02, one owner, kind of high miles. I think it's got 160,000 on it, but it's in very good shape, except for the clear coat peel, which if you live out here by us, you know all about it. But dirty still. I hear my phone ringing. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. That was the boss. So this broke what is reported to be number 8 rod. So bought this car super cheap. Bought it in a little package deal. Basically I won't have anything in this car, or very, very little. So the first plan was put the LQ9 on the engine stand in this car. But then a guy's like, hey, I got a 99 6-speed car. You're making so much noise.
I know. Oh, whoops.
It's got a built LS1. And it does. Very nice built LS1. Guy shows up with it. It's got a noise internal to the engine. So great. I was gonna pull this motor, put it in that Trans Am. I was even thinking about putting the 6-speed in the other Trans Am. Yes, they are identical colors. Only difference being this is a 99, the other one's an 02. So you're probably asking yourself, why don't you just build the 99? I don't know. I don't know. Why don't we just build this car? So I guess the plan is we're ripping this engine out. We're gonna put it on the engine stand, see what's torn up in it, see how bad it's torn up, pull the other car in, pull the engine trains out of that. Hopefully that oil pan's good, because I need the oil pan. I know we can buy new ones, I just don't want to.
They're not that.
I know they're not, but I don't want to spend the money. I know.
Why don't you go buy another one?
Oh, I am. While thinking about it, we'll see. There's one coming up in auction. It's a black 6-speed car that's marked Floodwater over there in Illinois. It sells next week. I think it's a 6-speed car. It might be an automatic. I forget.
What happened,
Anyway.
what happened to that pewter one on Salad Shooters that I wanted to buy?
I think it's still for sale.
Perfect.
Well, it's still upcoming.
Hey, is that 67?
Yes, it's still down there too.
It's still upcoming lot.
Yeah.
Good, I want my 67.
Anyway, so I think we're just going to put this car back together with the 6-speed in it. And
No, you're not.
no. So we're not putting this back together with 6-speed.
Dude, you are such a baby. Oh no. I don't want a 6-speed. I drive one too much.
Why'd you grab yourself? You can't put that on camera. You're filthy.
You know what I'm making
You're
fun of.
filthy. You're filthy. That's your mom coming out in you right there. I would never do
She's more
such a thing.
manlier than you. She's like, oh, 6-speed swap it. Let me go smoke my cigarette real quick and then we'll go work on it. You're over here. Oh, I just want auto.
So the next time you see the boy, he's probably gonna be in a hospital once his mama sees this. Didn't get it from me.
Oh,
Didn't get it from me.
listen, if I could, I would have 5-speed swapped it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So anyway, we're gonna take you along on the craziness that is, I don't know why I just don't build this car. We have an engine for this car in an 04 Yukon down the hill. It has a lower end noise in it too. So yeah, why not build 2 motors, switch transmissions.
You know what I hear?
We should just park this car out.
You know what I hear?
We should just park this car out. I'd probably make more money if I just parted this car out and sold this as a roller.
You sell it as a... Sure, do what you want.
I'm not kidding.
Keep this thing around for 6 months.
I'm just saying, I think it's I could get more money as a roller.
There's definitely not. Which one's easier?
Which one's easier for what? To keep?
Because you always want easy.
Oh, well, that's because I have 7,000 projects, and I need to blast through them as fast as I can. You have 2
I
projects.
had this truck for less than a month, and I tore the front clip and bed off of it to put an LS in it.
Yeah.
And you're complaining about wanting to just fix this thing?
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't work a full-time job and maintain a
I
house,
don't work a full-time job.
take care of his kids, work on his truck and his
You take care of
Camaro,
me.
and you're gonna see the boy in the hospital a lot sooner than you thought. All right, we'll be back. I'm gonna start taking the underside of this car apart, and
Make the
boy will show you some stuff as he's going along. We'll just flip-flop through.
It's gonna be a very mixed episode.
Yeah, we'll flip-flop through this episode, and I don't know. You guys can probably visit me in the mental institute here soon. We'll be back. Where are you going?
Leaving.
Where are you going? Leaving to?
I'm leaving this truck in your shop, my shop. Leaving my truck in my shop. That battery's almost dead.
It's not your shop. And yes, it says 28%.
Callie claimed this shop.
Nope.
Anyway.
What do you got going on?
So.
I see you got Bluetooth suspension.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
very advanced, and it was not cheap. So the way this kit was set up was you could run a Super Duty spring, or you could run a square spring.
Yeah.
So with this cross member facing this way, you can run a square body spring. If you flip it, Super Duty spring. What are you recording?
You.
So what I'm gonna do is I gotta take this cross member out, flip it around. I'm probably gonna have to use these pin relocates, and it's probably still not even gonna fit, but we'll find out.
We gotta try it to find out.
Yeah, I'm
At
gonna
least
put this.
mock it in.
So with the relocates, it should put the axle in the correct place, which means it should bring my track bar forward, which means it should clear my oil pan. Because if you look at my oil pan, there are some love marks from where that track bar hit.
They were just getting to know each other.
Yeah. But now I'll have to get everything dropped. I'll have to get a drop bracket for that. I'll have to get a drop pitman arm, which I really don't want. But
You don't have to. That's crossover steering, dude.
What do you mean?
You don't need it.
Crossover steering is. This is my first solid axle.
True.
I really would like a Dana 60 high pinion. If any of you have one, message us. Put it in YouTube community chat, whatever. Because I'd really like to switch over here. I'm running Dana 44. I'll trade you. I thought about high steer kit, but I don't think it'll clear.
Let's just one step at a time.
I can't do high steer. Because you're, dude. Oh, transmission lines kinked. Sweet.
Hmm.
Sweet. Alright, well, we'll get back to this. You can show you guys the Trans Am or whatever, but he needs to go change out that GoPro battery.
I got 24%.
Oh, that's just about there.
Yeah.
Running backwards.
So he's gonna flip that bracket around that he's leaning on there. And I really have no visual progress, but there has been progress. I am getting ready to pull K-member bolts and then lift this thing into the sky with the engine and trans on skates.
Aren't you happy I got you into 4th Gen F bodies?
I was in this long before you ever thought about 4th Gen F bodies.
You wish. You were a Fox body guy.
I was.
You saw these,
I was
you
that
was like,
too.
oh, I can whip that.
I did whip them.
Yeah,
Not with a stock Fox, but
exactly.
I never had a stock Fox. Anyway, yeah, K-member bolts. This will be out. Once I get it out, we'll be back. And once he flips that bracket around and we figure what is going on with his truck, we'll be back. We're not gonna bore you guys with watching us work because we're slow. See ya.
There you go. So what do we got in here?
Well, I got engine out, transmission out, cradle out from underneath it, and the cradle put back in before you got one spring in.
I got both my springs out.
That's all you got.
Okay. Well, anyway, I got my springs in. He's not paying attention.
Oh boy.
Anyway, hey Dad, I meant the actual bracket bolts. These ones.
That's what I'm working on.
Okay. All right.
And I need that other big bolt.
Okay, so I flipped. What?
The rusty one under your tire.
The rusty one. Oh. Why do you need this one?
Because it goes in the side.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Where?
Where's this one go?
That goes to that bracket. That bracket goes through there, and then it. Anyway.
Oh.
All right, so I flipped this bracket.
Give me a ratchet. Or a wrench.
Dad. Trying to record here. What size?
I don't know. Whatever.
I'm gonna give you a crescent. How about that? No, I'm just gonna give you a crescent wrench.
I think a crescent is too big.
You want to bet? Here. Hey.
Oh boy.
What?
Oh boy.
What?
Oh boy.
What?
Well, there's things. Give me the whole set of wrenches, would you? Like I have to get up in here and then do these by hand. I just want a regular wrench. Because look, I can barely get my finger there.
Give it here.
No.
Anyway, so I got this front bracket flipped. He helped me. I don't want to hear that. He helped me put these leaves in. We had to flip the old bracket right there.
Yeah, we gotta get new top plates.
Yeah, and one new U-bolt. I had to cut that shackle because the spring was a little bit too tall. So now the truck's kinda high.
Really high. I don't know how we're gonna get out of the garage.
Yeah, if you could see up there, there's about an inch. I had to Dukes of Hazzard it trying to get out of this thing. Climb through the window and tarps over it because a little bit of rain started to come through. So it's not gonna fit out of here with the wheels on. I can probably guarantee that.
I can almost guarantee that.
So somehow we got to get the truck back and low and back so I can get these wheels on. But he's getting my front end all bolted up.
We kind of got ahead of ourselves. We should have bolted this back together without the spring in it, but
Yeah.
we were like, let's see if the springs fit. So this is the problem with redoing someone else's work. You don't know what they did.
Yeah.
How they did.
I don't know what kit this is. The only thing I know is this is a 78 Dana 44. That's it.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
You don't even know that for sure.
Yeah, I have no idea. So
Oh boy.
stay
It
off,
was like that when I found
stay
it.
off my Valance.
It was like that when I found it. That's not.
So for anyone needing to know, this is a
Don't do it.
2002 Super Duty. Yeah, I agree with him. Super Duty spring. This is some sort of solid, probably your usual solid axle swap,
Try
where you have that's not funny, where you can flip the bracket for square to Super Duty. But this is an 8x6.5 axle. I have 8x170 wheels here and there, so I'm running adapters. I'm running adapters on the rear. I'm running Moser 8010 studs that are cut, and they work just fine. Dorman lug nuts, and it's all good. 9/16 by 20 is what the lug studs are. So I'm gonna get back to helping this old man so I can go inside and then go to my buddies. So
Oh man,
yeah,
this old man just done built this whole front end.
you wish.
All I did to do was take the springs out.
All right, what we got going on here?
We got the shop cleaned out. Cleaned back up. So it's the next day. You'll notice because it's still hot and humid and raining. It sucks down here. But we're going to pull the transmission off of this. Pull the wiring harness off. So like we said earlier, this thing ran and had good oil pressure, but there was a noise. It was pretty hard, don't you think? Like, seemed like a rod was starting to go. So we're gonna pull it apart we gotta move my 6-liter off of that engine stand onto a storage stand. And we'll put this on.
So it can sit around for another 5 to 10 years.
That 6-liter?
Uh,
Well, yeah, but your mom won't let me do anything with it.
Not unless you go get a 70.
Yeah, 70 Chevelle. So I tried to get her to let us put this in the O2 Trans Am.
It's an OQ9. I wouldn't put that in the O2. Oh, in the O2.
Yeah, in the O2.
Mm-mm.
That's what she said.
LS1.
I
The only-
got a camshaft.
Hey.
It's got a badass intake on it.
We should keep... You need to keep Trans Ams with LS1, LS6s. My Camaro over there can get an LY6 6-liter. Those Camaros are more common than...
Yeah, see, we got nice intake.
317's only good for boost.
Well, see, I'm going to take the cylinder heads off the LS1 and that O2 and put them on here.
No, not before I do. You can have my 853s.
So, that's what we're doing. We're getting everything set up. I figure we'll show them as we're pulling the oil pan off and everything else and
I gotta switch out batteries.
see what we find. Yeah,
100%.
I'm pretty sure they don't want to watch us putting this on an engine stand.
So,
Oh, bless you.
thanks. Trans Am's out, truck's not down here. Got the truck up to the house. It decided it wanted to throw a fit. Shut it off, won't start, killed the battery. So she's up at the house throwing a fit.
New carb, new truck blues.
I don't want to hear that. This thing's being ridiculous at this point. You haven't had this many issues with that Trans Am.
No, but that Trans Am is built like way different.
Thanks, appreciate it.
No, I mean, I tore the Trans Am down to nothing and rebuilt the whole damn thing. I mean, I guess the engine isn't new in the Trans Am, but in our 78 Trans Am, guys.
So, if you want a 2-inch lift on your solid axle swap, or if you want a 4-inch lift on your solid axle swap, GMC, don't get 2-inch springs. I got 2-inch springs because we thought it'd make sense to do 2 and 4 in the rear. It's not. That truck's still
Low.
quite low. It really didn't go up much. So I also left it up at the house for her to think about that. So I gotta call and get some new ones.
Yeah, we gotta get some different parts for that truck. There's some stuff we gotta redo on that thing that's just,
Annoying.
yeah, it's not up to our standards.
My standards. I really want that thing to be nice. And if I could, or I had the money, I'd take this engine and put it in it. But someone doesn't want to trade for a low mileage LQ9, so
We already have one.
that's not low mileage. I think it's like 200 on it.
170.
I'm at 179.
Huh?
I'm at 179, and mine might be rebuilt.
Maybe.
It looked pretty nice. All right, I'm at 4%. I'm shutting this thing off.
Yep. I'll do tedious, monotonous work.
Okay.
All right, we're ready. Pull this oil pan off, see what we got. As you guys can tell, I don't believe this thing has many miles on it, which,
Since it was built or in all?
no, built. It makes me wonder what noise we're hearing. Set these down so we don't lose them.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got a windage tray.
Doesn't look too bad, but there's some sludgy stuff down on the bottom of here. That don't look so good. There's something. It's pretty gritty. They could have pulled this out and cleaned it.
Kind of just throwing it back together.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Need to pull this windage tray off.
Yeah, we got to pull the oil pump pickup tube and stuff like that. Just don't know.
Something in your gasket. It looks like
It's
it.
got a double roller timing chain on it, which
Sweet.
concerns me a bit.
Why?
Well, because most of the time, well, that was good. That's gone for forever. It's a socket.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Hey, you missed a bolt on this pickup tube.
I know it's a
Different size.
nut.
Okay, so why don't we run double rollers?
Some of them you have to have a different timing chain covered. They'll rub.
That one doesn't look. That one looks factory.
It doesn't have a double roller.
I was looking at one for the LS1.
Yeah, you can get them.
Billet double roller for my LS1.
Oof.
What?
Smashed pickup tube O-ring.
It's always what you want.
That's not a good sign either.
Hey, let's not forget the nuts in the oil pan.
The what?
Oil pan. The nuts in the oil pan. Because that would kind of
You
suck.
want to get a Ziploc bag for the pickup tube?
Yep. And windage tray?
Yeah. Come on. There you go.
Because I'm the cameraman here. What are you complaining about?
Huh?
I said, I'm the cameraman here. What are you complaining about? Bless you.
Oh man. Come on. Let me get this other pickup tube bolt. So that's not a good sign that the. Hey,
What?
what about that one?
Oh, hey! There's one more. Okay. Gonna have to edit this out. Alright. Your rods don't look bad.
It sounded up front.
Oh,
That one? Well, a little side to side ain't. I mean, it's got to have side to side.
that one's kind of loose. I just felt it move.
Well, let me get a breaker bar and a socket. What did we say that was? Like 23?
Something like that. These two right here are somewhat loose. This one mainly. Yeah. You can feel a little bit of movement in that one. Whenever it was down low, this one had a little bit of side-to-side movement.
The side to side.
Or, sorry,
Okay.
like this. Head movement back and forth. This one is what I'm betting.
I mean, I don't see a huge issue. What's crazy is this thing showed pretty decent oil pressure.
Is it a dead gauge though?
Where did I? Oh, there it is. Where'd the? Missing something.
Every once in a while you can feel movement like this in this one.
Yeah, I think we'll just go through and
Summit racing bearings, that's what I'm saying.
Summit racing bearings.
Yep, let's just go get a set of
That's good. That's perfect.
let's just go get a set of Summit racing bearings for this thing. That can hold up to 10k RPM.
Let's just go to Amazon.
You can do that too. I don't prefer to do that in an LFC. I don't prefer to do that in an LS1, LS6, but you own it, I guess.
Well, this would be an LS1 for sure.
And that's really tight.
Good. Boy, that's separated really easy. There's a little bit of trash in here, but that's nice, actually.
Mm-hmm. So why don't we break these by hand first?
It's not spun. You want to?
Preferably. Here, give me the socket.
Okay.
See if I can do it with one hand. I just didn't want the camera to be full of Milwaukee noises.
I get it.
But it's also difficult to have oil on your glove and be recording. I'm trying to break that loose.
Camshaft is looking okay from what I can see so far. Well, this has a Vengeance Racing camshaft in it?
I have no idea.
I'd have to
I just asked
look.
I just asked you what it was, and you were like, told me whatever it was.
So, we'll go back. We're gonna pull all of these rods.
Are you keeping AC in this car?
Yeah, I think so.
You got T-tops for a reason.
I don't have a hot rod with AC except for your mom's car, the boss's car.
Mine's got AC, but it's not a hot rod.
You do have AC.
Not really. Not even that works. Barely.
Otherwise, nothing but my GS and my truck have AC.
What about the... Oh, the Caprice doesn't have AC
No,
either.
it's broke. Boy, this one looks even better.
Interesting.
Hold
I'm
on.
betting it's this one right here.
Let me push this down a bit. No, perfect. We're gonna end up having to pull mains on this, aren't we?
Yep. I'm saying it's this one. I'm probably gonna be wrong. I want them to place bets on what they think it is.
Yeah. Yeah, put a comment in there. What
Make
you
a
think
bet.
it is. It's had a very faint
Knock.
knock to it.
Do you think it's actually the crank
It could be.
and main
but,
bearing?
I mean, we're this far into it now.
So then why are you putting these back on? Why are you putting caps back on?
So we don't lose them, so...
You're going really tight.
Huh?
You're going far. I would have just hand screwed them out a little bit and called it good.
Nope. Can't do that. You don't want to roll a bearing in there.
We can't forget.
No,
to
we're gonna
tighten these.
we're gonna have to go back through and torque it.
I know. I'm just telling you. Can't forget to go back through it.
We should put plugs.
Oh yeah.
You think this one?
I'm betting that one. I'm probably wrong.
We're gonna speed this up.
I figure put some stuff on time lapse. Or cut it out. We got the tool. Ooh.
Spun. It appears to be spun.
Look at the crank.
It's not spun. I can see the locking tab. It's just stuck on there.
Oh.
No, that's perfect too.
She almost figured out what the issue was.
That's perfect.
I'm betting it's the one next to it. It looks a little worn.
No, it looks perfect. Let's pull some mains. Pull the thrust first. A little bit of thrust wear on it. It's not horrible. It looks pretty much brand new. There's no real scarring that I can feel. So the thrust is fine. Oh no. What are you doing on your phone? I thought we're filming here.
I am.
Quiet on the set, man.
I am filming.
Oh. Perfect.
Good.
Again.
We got 3 more to pull.
Maybe it's in the timing cover or valve train.
What would it be?
It could have been low oil pressure to top the engine, but you know what we probably
an odd
should have done
noise.
is taken the drive belt off. But it went up with RPM and everything. That would too. I mean,
Yeah.
little piece of trash went in there, but
What's that right there?
just the way the bearing is. There's nothing on the crank. I mean,
Got 2 more.
yeah, I know out there in YouTube land that you've had 200,000 mile engines that look better than that. I get it. But we're looking for something that is coming apart. Because it's knocking, it's making noise. I mean, it's
Some
not a
sort of
hard
noise.
knock.
Some noise though.
Yeah, you can't hear it with the hood closed, but you could hear it with the hood open. And the hood was just a fiberglass hood.
Formula hood.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Not a factory hood, and it doesn't have sound deadening, so.
Oh, it's pretty good.
No grooves. No grooves, not spun. I guess it could have had enough oil pressure to keep it lubricated, but not enough
for
to
the
keep
top
a
end.
knock out of it. I mean, I would think that
Oh no, this is a hard knock.
you could feel it in the engine. And, no, hold on. What do you think that's from? That there and that there.
They cut it.
Why would they have cut it? Why is that
this-
feed in?
Not no S1.
Boy, wouldn't that be something? It's an aluminum block. It's an aluminum block 6.0.
Where are the numbers at?
No, it's not. It's not in the back.
They're usually in the back.
Well, some of them are up front, behind the accessory.
Oh, here we go. I can see it. Okay, I lied. You can't see it. Dude, where are the numbers at?
There's numbers on the back of the block.
For what? Can I look those up and see what it is?
should be able to. Nah, this rear ain't gonna come out without this rear cover coming off. I don't think it's the rear bearing. Rear main.
I'd really like to know if this is an aluminum 6.0. Is it the block number right there?
Yeah.
What? Can you read that off to me?
Oh, let's see here. 125
125
61
61
168.
168. LS1, LS6.
Click on it. This is a 99 car, so I doubt it's an LS6. It's probably just an LS1. 01 and 02 are the only years that they trickled in
LS1.
LS6s.
It's an LS1.
That's what I figured it would be. What do you
Would
think?
you have been happy if it was an aluminum block 6 liter? Well, it couldn't have been, because then it would have had a Lincoln filter conversion box or something.
Yeah, true.
I didn't think about that. It's probably that bearing right there that we can't get to unless this cover's off.
Now my hands are all sweaty. I can't get these gloves back on. We could just tighten these mains down a little bit, roll the engine over and pull the valve covers. You want to do that real quick?
Sure.
That way if we need something, we can get it on order to get this engine back together. Because I'd like to have this engine sorted out. And then the next video will be pulling that O2 apart.
You know what the
Putting this-
video is going to be here soon? T56 swapping an auto 2000 Camaro Z28. That's what the video is going to be here soon. Probably after this Trans Am one.
We can probably do that.
I have everything to T56 swap that car.
I think as far as big projects, for me, I'm in
You're
good
low.
shape. So yeah, we could pull that in and...
And then we're mini tubbing it, baby.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Alright, let's get this stuff tightened down.
We'll see you when it's flipped over.
What do we got here, Pop?
Now you kind of let the magic out of this side.
Yeah, but really clean. Looks good.
See no issues.
No.
I see no issues in the valve cover from rock arms hitting.
That one had like okay, one point.
It's got nice valve springs in it.
Yeah, they're not beehives.
So,
You don't like beehives.
nothing here. There's oil. Well, we had it flipped over. So that doesn't
It
count.
had oil pressure. Oh, I see what you're saying now.
This thing's got some good parts in it. I mean, nothing stellar, but I mean, for just a little street bruiser, it should run pretty good.
That side had some oil on it.
Nothing in the baffles as far as hitting or rubbing. Nothing in the valve cover
Oh.
again. Whoops.
Push down on top of that.
Up. Well, some of that is the plunger and the lifter. But I don't like that. Like I can feel the plunger and the lifter. Do we ever feel
That one
the
does
lifter?
it. That one does it too. That one goes pretty good.
So these might be at the base circle of the camshaft.
What do you mean?
Well, the base circle of the camshaft is the lowest point on it, right? So that would be the least stress or pressure on the valve train at any given time. See, this one's like that too. This one's compressed. Well, are you on your phone again?
Yeah.
Jeebus. Is the world gonna end?
Nope. Texting about small blocks.
Who are you texting about small blocks?
Keegan.
Keegan?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I don't see a smoking gun.
You don't think that those two lifters could be an issue?
They could be. I don't see them being an issue.
Really?
There's only one
This
way
one
to
had.
tell.
This one has a lot more movement to it. I don't have to push on that one as hard as it, and it'll move. So is your next thing pulling all of this off?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Guess we'll pull the intake and front drive off, and
Do we have a stuck lifter?
I doubt it's stuck. But boy, if we have to pull lifters out, we gotta pull cylinder heads.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that, but
I don't want to pull the accessory drive off this thing.
well, that's not very hard.
No, just don't want to do it. There's the bird that this thing came out of. She's kind of ugly without that hood.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to buy it, let us know.
Yeah, it is for sale as a roller.
It's a bird.
6-speed car.
Was.
Won't have any of the 6-speed stuff in it.
It was a 6-speed.
Yeah. Subframe connectors, lower control arms, you know, Jones slotted rotors.
I think it has 342 rear gear.
Probably.
Unless
That might
it's
end up
aftermarket
in
unit.
the other car to go with the 6-speed.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Alright, well,
What are we doing now?
it is Sunday and I have to go do an oil change on that Regal GS. So let's cut it off here.
Part 2.
Part 2
Part 2 of the Mystery LS1.
of what in the heck is wrong with this piece of junk.
Hey, it's an LS1. It's not a piece of junk. Hey, if you don't like her that much, you know, we can just go ahead and slide it right in my car.
Yeah, I guess we'll, well, I don't want to tear it down to a short block.
You know, we have everything but a short block to build one of these.
Do we have oil pan gasket?
I don't know.
I think I got some water pump gaskets over there. We got most of everything at least.
Well, we need an O-ring for the pickup too.
Definitely got to have an O-ring for the pickup too. I don't know, I might just buy all gaskets for this and just a set of head bolts.
ARPs. We need ARP bolts in this thing.
Why do we need ARP bolts in this thing? If we left it automatic, we could put nitrous in it.
You cheater. I'd rather put a D1SC or a P1SC or an F1A on this thing.
Gotta get
You
ring.
big baby. Now,
Yeah.
with a P1SC, you don't have to. That's not a high boost system.
Alright, well, we're gonna head this one off here.
Yeah.
I've got work this week, you've got work this week.
Let me polish it intake real quick for you.
Polish and intake.
Yep, gonna polish your intake real quick.
Why are you rubbing oil on an intake?
Polishing it for you.
You're a Hoosier.
See, look, it's all polished up now.
Alright, let's let them go.
Alright,
Hey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, help us out. Really, we're just screwing around here, a father and a son, seeing what we can do on this old YouTube thing, but it still helps us out.
Son annoying his father. You know, it's real fun.
Son driving his dad nuts all the time.
I'm gonna come down here and pour a gallon of oil on this thing.
Why would you do such a
It
thing?
was the Gremlins. I didn't do it.
You just said you did it.
And it ain't recorded because I'm the editor.
All right, peace out. See you guys.